Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Today I will analyze the Resident Evil Village trailer and give my prediction of what it will be about based on what we watched. This video took me quite some time to make and quite the effort to try to decipher things. It would be really nice if you leave a like and subscribe if you liked and enjoyed what you're about to hear and see. First, the game is going to release on next generation consoles, the PS5 and Xbox Series X, alongside a Steam release for PC, and it is coming in 2021 with no exact date. It is also worth mentioning that rumors about this game were very accurate. They date back to 2019, and it is really impressive. They basically said that it's going to include werewolves, be in a village, follow Resident Evil's Ethan and his story, and it will be a first-person view, all of which turned out to be totally correct. Resident Evil 7 was a decent game and was received mostly positively, even though I think the name Resident Evil was a bit exploited to boost the sales, and that FPS isn't typical of the Resident Evil franchise. I respect Capcom's choice, but I wished for it to be third-person with FPS mode, for those who want it. The Evil Within 2, for example, did that and it was really good, and they gave more choice to the players. Personal opinion and small rant aside, let us dive into what the trailer of Resident Evil Village showed us. First thing we see is an image saying, quote, "His story comes to a close." I believe that has to do with Ethan's story most likely, and then we hear about the story told by a woman, probably to her husband. I believe those are Ethan and Mia. Mia says it's just a local tale, and that may well have to do with the story. I think it is the case because we see a door depicting a woman trying to attack a creature that looks like a gargoyle. That creature is trying to eat a child. We see the same woman in a statue in another instance. Then there is an old man who got attacked by a werewolf. We also see that man in another cutscene, so he might have to be a bit more important than your average NPC. And then we see a woman holding a baby, but that baby has something on her head. I said her because it resonates with the tale we heard in the beginning of the video trailer. This is the same woman who was holding the baby, again in another picture, and seems like the baby might have turned into a werewolf. Remember the scar on her head? Or probably that baby was attacked by something. And we see that very woman threatened by someone holding a gun. They might think she is cursed or has to do with the werewolves somehow. Next we see an old woman and a black goat. Goats are very common in mythology, like Pan, the Greek god, or the goats that pull Thor's chariot in Norse mythology. It is also known in satanic worship rituals, and some say it is Satan himself. It is related to lust and sexual desire as well, and I think it is used as a bad omen in this game and most likely has to do with death. And then there is this angry woman who looks like an aristocratic cannibal, judging from her clothes, and also she appears to have eaten Ethan's hand as he was trapped inside her mansion and attacked by her servants. Talking about the mansion, we see those symbols surrounding an Umbrella Corporation symbol. I wonder how they will include Umbrella in this, because I honestly think they included it in a very poor way back in Resident Evil 7, but we will see how it turns out in this game. At least we have these Special Forces guys that remind us fans of Teams Alpha and Team Bravo. We also see Chris Redfield at the very end of the trailer shooting what seems to be Mia and apologizing to Ethan, who asks why in a helpless, shocked manner. After all, Mia was his wife. And then there is this key art. According to Capcom's developer, it says a lot about the game, and you can see what they said about it. It appears in other places in the game and looks like a ritual symbol of some satanic sacrifice being made. There are also black feathers surrounding it and an infected kind of fetus inside. There is also some writing inside the circle. This may mean that the village is cursed somehow, that newborns turn into werewolves that rampage everything in their way. There is this guy with the black glasses, and he certainly is up to no good. but I couldn't find anything else about him. I also believe that Mia has to do a lot with the curse surrounding this village, because she was with that creepy family in Resident Evil 7 and she could very likely have been infected with the virus. And then there is the atmosphere of the game itself, so people are just comparing it to Resident Evil 4 because there is this village. And actually the comparisons are pretty accurate, because the atmosphere, like the overall feel of the village, looks very much like Resident Evil 4. But there is also a mansion in there, and that reminds us of Resident Evil 1. There are some ray tracing effects in there, but it is just a trailer, so we don't know how the game will be. And it also didn't really perform very well in the trailer. Like, it was maybe 24 FPS or so, but there is still time for this game to be developed and to be polished more, so I'm not concerned about performance at this time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more. I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.